First things first, ALA.NI.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. A bit tired, but that's just standard living.
Part of the life?
All part of the life. I woke up with some kind of swollen eye thing this morning and I can't breathe. Okay.
And what
eye drops.
Yeah, what runs through your mind then? Because you have a show tonight. And then...
I think what happens is if you panic, like when people lose their voice or have a cold, and if you panic with it, then it makes it worse. I always tell myself, like, I can sing through a cold, I can sing through a sore throat, and you just adapt to it.
Sure.
It's air going through a hole, so you just have to control the air differently. I maybe can't hold a note for as long, but I'll make it work somehow.
Right.
She says, "Oh my God, give us a word."
But so is this something, and then the mentality of it as well, is this something you had to learn, or was this always there?
Oh, no. I remember having a vocal coach that kind of, his thing was, don't imagine the note, but don't be defeated by the note. Like if you're trying to hit that note, a lot of the time, if you're a singer and you know you're going to hit that high note, like in the middle eight, from the moment you start the song, but from the moment you start the set, you're thinking, oh my God, that note, oh my God. And I think once I used to hate doing ad-libs and stuff because it wasn't natural to me, but I think once I kind of could visualize notes more, because I can invisible sing. So if I have to practice something on a train, I can place my muscle.
Right.
This is all getting very
kind
of technical, boring. But I can sing and practice I'm singing now, and I know where the placement is in my vocal muscle.
Right. Okay.
So, but yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about less technical stuff then.
I don't mind talking technical, geeky stuff. I just don't know how interested anyone else will be.
No, I find it interesting. But I read somewhere that your great uncle was a musician.
Yeah.
So, was music a big thing in your household?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my dad played or plays bass as well, and kind of soca and calypso and reggae bands. So I grew up with that, and then I went to theatre school. So it was musical theatre stuff and music and performing. And my mum works in couture fashion, so there's a lot of creativity and kind of just expression or expressiveness of myself was allowed from a very young age.
Do you recall maybe one of the first times you kind of felt this urge to perform or to sing?
I think I was always singing, so I think one of my earliest memories was being in a ballet class. I don't know how I got there. I can't remember saying to my mum, I want to dance or I want to sing. I don't think I was that kind of kid. I think it was more that I had lots of energy and maybe I was always just kind of jumping around or something. Because then I did gymnastics, I did loads of different kind of activities, badminton, swimming. I was very active as a child. So
well, so with all these interests, when did music start to take over then?
Music it was always present. Yeah, music was, because I wanted to be a dancer at first. I wanted to be a jazz contemporary dancer, and it wasn't until I was about 11 years old where I became aware of my voice and what it could do to other people. Because when you're dancing, you can dance, someone's choreographed something, you dance it, and you can express it and whatever, but when you sing, it's a noise out of your body, which is a whole different feeling. Even if you play guitar and whatever, it's an extension of your soul. But when you sing, it's like this, a sound coming out of your body that touches other people.
But you say you noticed that it could touch other people. How did you notice? What?
At school I had to perform Summertime, but we were dancing it, and then they discovered that I could sing the song. So then this whole dance was choreographed around me singing, and I had all these boys picking me up, and I was singing the song and dancing, and everyone just was amazed, and I had to perform it at this show that we did, and I was like, wow. And then when I changed to stage schools, and I went to Silver Young Theatre School, and I made my singing teacher cry.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay, this is like, what have I done? He was just crying. I was like, oh, okay. And I always kind of said to myself, like, I don't want to really sing unless I'm in a good spirit, in a good place. I don't want to project that onto people. I want to just give happiness and love and joy, even if I'm talking about miserable things or it's a sad song. I want to be able to be in a nice place so that people feel the right vibe, you know.
So, and then that I suppose comes through in the songwriting, in the way the music turns out.
Yeah, definitely live. I mean, the songs take on a different form when you perform them live, because a lot of it is depending on the audience, as you know, how they react, how they participate. Yesterday in Amsterdam, I had this big, strong man come over. He goes, "I don't usually cry, and you made me cry. Almost made me cry." just walked off. Okay.
But so do songs then? Where do songs start for you? Do they start with a bit of melancholy or sadness, or can they be very happy?
Always melancholy.
Okay.
No, I think this album was about love and, you know, different types of love over in the journey, and I'd been single for a while. I'm still single, but so it gave me a good perspective on relationships and, you know, feelings, my own feelings, and being honest with my own feelings meant that I guess people can relate to it. I didn't try to I'm making a love album for the world to sing. Like, it was just, I'm gonna just tell my story, and hopefully someone else will, you know, can relate to this story too.
In that sense, is it a cathartic thing for
totally.
you? Where
It's been one of the best treats I've given myself in my life, and I'm so glad I've done this, because, you know, as artists we are very sensitive people, and we have to be. We have to see the world in a slightly different, through different lenses, so we can do what we do.
Right.
But it also makes you very sensitive, and if you can find something to have an outlet, hopefully not just through the channels of drugs and other things. I'm not saying that drugs aren't good, but, you know, any kind of dependency. You want to be dependent on yourself, and if you know what I mean.
Is that a tough thing to do then?
Oh yeah. If I wasn't, I can see how the downfall of artists happen, you know, and it's sad. It's sad to know that. But at the same time, you make a commitment. Like, I've made a commitment to myself and to the art of, you know, I'm going to live my life like this. And if it means that I have a short life or a long life, whatever it is, I'm committed to this. And I will do what I can in this moment.